Hey everybody, hope y'all are doing good. I just wanted to give y'all some encouragement. Anybody with ears to hear, anybody still in the dark, wondering why things aren't working, I can tell you why things aren't working. If you're having trouble with different mental hang-ups, and among them being addiction, alcoholism, you have to really first admit that you have a problem. Alcohol becomes a problem when it is a problem. You know it's a problem, and it's a personal thing. When you see it disrupting your life, when you see changes, one of the most pivotal realizations is that you don't need alcohol to exist, or any other kind of drug. We weren't created like that. And so, sometimes it takes looking at somebody else, like myself, for instance, or other people. I'm not special other than the fact that God healed me, and I don't rely on anything. But I too thought that, everybody needed something to bring them down, to like chill out, to relax. Life was hard. So, as far as drinking, I didn't understand anybody that didn't drink, that could go out and party and not drink, and just have a good time without any kind of help from substances. But realizing that when you're face to face with people that have given up such things as addiction, and in one way or another, you see that, there are people that are clean. It changes your perspective for yourself, knowing that you can do that also. And I'm one of the ones, as there are many, that it's not a struggle. It's not a struggle for me to stay clean because I've given it all to God. I've honestly given it to God, and it's not so much a religious thing, as it is truly a spiritual, I would say, as far as the understanding and interpretation of that word, that it's a true connection with God. And as it is with us, a personal relationship. So you can go further with that, and the further you go, the better, because ultimately, yes, there was a man who came to the earth in the flesh. He was God, and he told us so much that illuminates all the troubles that we have here in this fallen world, and even our fallen nature is related to that. So if you're still having problems, you're still struggling, I've been reaching out. It can be misinterpreted many times from people that just don't get it, that this is not some sort of thing that we just play around with, as far as making it up as we go, and things that tickle our ears with the gospel of Jesus Christ, kind of changing how we interpret stuff. This is truly the power of God as it relates to helping people out of real darkness and real suffering, as related to mental anguish, psychological problems, and ultimately spiritual problems and their disconnection with God. So what I talk about, I don't want anybody to misunderstand, thinking, that I'm coming from the perspective of anger or even hate or being mean. This is truly the same as in the physical world. If you see somebody, like somebody told us when we were fishing one time, and Regina went down a bank and she was about to cast out, and he hollered, "Watch out, there's a den of snakes down there," and he didn't really hesitate to say it. He didn't introduce himself. He didn't, go through any kind of cordial, social etiquette or anything. He just went ahead and told her. And I was very thankful, because guess what? I don't want my wife to get bit by snakes. So sometimes the direct approach it's very important for those of us that truly need the hand of God in our lives, and we're not feeling that by the things that we get so much from the casual and nominal Christianity here in America, and honestly the slippery slide and slope that where the church has taken more worldly views on things. So you might be getting this video. I'm sending links to people directly. If you've come to see me, then it means that you knew at one time you had a problem. And if you're not contacting me when I message you, it probably means that you still have a problem, or you would be more than happy to tell me, "Man, I'm doing great." I really appreciate the help just talking to you a little bit, but I'm doing good now. But more than likely, it's hiding the fact that you were convicted about something, and you just haven't been able to put it to rest. You've been trying other things. Maybe you've been trying to just do whatever DOC, drug of choice, you had, just doing it a little more covertly where people didn't see it, or you could kind of hide it, or you just felt safe, like, well, I just do it on the weekends, or people don't know, you know, I still keep my job, I do all the stuff I need to do, but it's all right if I still do it. But you really have to examine that, because guess what? You don't have to live like that. You can live like me, and that's the ultimate thing that you have to do that goes through any 12-step program. You got to look at the other people that have something and that are clean and that have been clean, and you have to examine what's wrong with your method and see how you can change it to be more like the people around you and the examples that have gone through the fire come out the other end and they're healed, not just treated but healed. So I invite y'all, come by the outreach, give me a call, and I'll be more than happy to help anybody, as always. Love all y'all.